Hello!
Hi, good evening.
How are you feeling, Hannah?
I'm super excited because it's day 5 of our double bill.
So we are obviously doing a preview of our brand new musical, Songs Inspired by A Little Life.
Correct.
And it has been an incredible journey, huh?
It has. It's been extremely emotional. I think, particularly last night, I think we'd got into the rhythm of it. This is our second week, so you really felt the emotion and you really felt the audience is sort of gunning for Jude as we came out to take bows, which was really special.
We love Jude St. as the character, right? I think you read the book a few years ago, I read the book a few years ago. 700 pages just kind of like just went just like that. It's so nice to kind of see Jude come to life. The fact that we've got like a young Jude played by Badrish instead, and then an older Jude played by Joshua, I think it really works. I think they definitely captured the spirit of Jude. Hannah, what's your favorite song in the show?
We're doing a preview, right? So we've only done 5. I think Circles is probably my favourite so far, which is a song which comes right at the end, and it's about sort of the cyclical nature of life, really. Can you really let go of your past? Does that define your present? What happens to your future? Can you ever reconcile what's happened? I think it's beautiful. It's really, really nice, and it has also sort of a choral sort of feel, which I think links back to the sort of church and Christian
monastery. You were playing Anna.
I am
it's
playing
like a
Anna.
silk care worker.
Yeah, I am.
How does that feel?
It feels really nice because it's sort of like a little bit of joy, right? I think everything can be interpreted as quite tragic in his life, and so it's nice to play a character that inspires a bit of joy and a bit of hope for him.
Yeah.
But also goes on her own journey, and I think that idea of wanting to nurture somebody and then having to let go before it's time is terrible.
I play Andy. I play the doctor, and he kind of like appears like this.
New York, Andy's office.
Less camp. I play Andy, and Andy's this kind of like doctor that's like was a school friend of Jude's, and he kind of gives Jude, the no-nonsense talk. I'm actually kind of like struggling between, not struggling, but like there's a nice like conflict between playing him really sympathetically or playing him quite sternly, and to find the kind of like shades of color in between those two approaches is quite fun. Maybe we can take you around the set. One thing that we really liked is the fact that Jude is really into cooking. So there's like a beautiful kind of like collection of cooking books over there. In kind of like Jude's early years, basically what happens is Jude steals a packet of crackers, and then basically he gets a nasty habit of like, I guess, stealing a lot of things just because he's like so neglected. And so there's a scene where Badrish has to like steal it and eat it, and they're probably really stale, so it's really nice to see Badrish's like actual face of repulsion because they're not nice to eat. So one of the most kind of like vivid scenes in the story is obviously there's a lot of moments of self-harm, but one of the most vivid scenes is when Jude is, as a young boy, one of the fathers like pours olive oil and burns his hand, and then he redoes that later in his life. So we've kind of like done a little cool trick. What happens is Jude kind of like pours the olive oil on his arm. You're not going to do that. You don't want to ruin your beautiful...
I'm not. It's called miming. It's called acting.
and then old Jude kind of goes...
That's miming.
Yeah!
There we go.
And he screams agonizingly. And although we don't actually show the fire on the skin, which is a lyric, it's still kind of powerful, right? People kind of squirm a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. And I think if you just pan the seating slightly, the staging, we've chosen to do it in traverse as well. So you sort of get this duality on stage because you see young Jude and old Jude mimicking the same action, and together they can become one. So that's also a nice point of linkage for the audience as well.
That's A Little Life. I hope you enjoy it. And Hanya Yanagihara, if you're watching, we love you so much. Your book like changed our lives in more ways than one. We would love to like have a conversation with you because we really think what we have is like very special and it's a huge tribute to your work, and we think it deserves like wider audiences. So let's have a chat. Cheers.
Where do you begin? Just promise me.